What's up, people? What's up? I hate I had to do this video over because they had a car that pulled up outside with loud music, and YouTube, they don't like if you have an inch of copyright music in your video that is not owned by you. YouTube gonna put a copyright strike. So I had to take time, and I had to take and sacrifice that good video just to keep the channel from being knocked down. You see what I'm saying? And it's just crazy. You know what I mean? The rules that they have. You know what I mean? Unless you own the copyright music. Alright, let's go. And I'm going to have to read this again. I'm quoting from this here. I don't agree with everything in here, but I'm going to read a piece of it all the way up to probably on page 81. I'm going to start on page 80, and then I'm going to go and read the last little quote on page 81. I'm like, here it is right there. Yeah. Seth and Enoch. That's it. All right, let's go. To Adam was given another son to be the inheritance of the divine nature, the heir of the spiritual birthright. The name Seth, given to this son, signified, appointed, or compensation. For said the mother, God had appointed me another seed instead of Abel, whom Cain slew. Seed is dealing with children. Seth was of more noble stature than Cain or Abel. He resembled Adam more closely than did his other sons. He was a worldly character, following in the steps of Abel. Yet he inherited no more natural goodness than did Cain. Concerning the creation of Adam, it is said, in the likeness of God made he him. But man after the fall begot a son in his own likeness, after his image. While Adam was created sinless in the likeness of God, Seth, like Cain, inherited the fallen nature of his parents. But he received also the divine grace. He served and honored God, and he labored as Abel would have done. And had he lived to turn the minds of sinful men to revere and obey their Creator. To Seth, to him also there was born a son, and he called his name Enos. Then began men to call upon the name of Jehovah. The faithful had worshipped God before, but as man increased, the distinction between the two classes became more marked. There was an open profession of loyalty to God on the part of one, as there was contempt and disobedience on the part of the other. Before the fall, listen to this here. Before the fall, our first parents had kept the Sabbath, which they continued as his observance. They had tasted the bitter fruits of disobedience, and had learned what everyone that tramples upon God's commandments will sooner or later learn, that the divine precepts are sacred and inaudible, and that the penalty of transgression will surely be inflicted. The Sabbath was honored by all the children of Adam that remained loyal to God. But Cain and his descendants did not respect the day upon which God had rested. They chose their own time. But Cain and his descendants did not respect the day upon which God had rested. They chose their own time for labor and for rest, regardless of Jehovah's express command. Upon receiving the curse of God, Cain had withdrew from his father's household. He had first chosen his occupation as the tiller of the soil. That's talking about like planting seeds and stuff in the ground. And he now founded a city called it after the name of his elder son. He had gone out from the presence of the Lord, cast away the promises of the restored Eden to seek his possessions and employment and the earth under the curse of sin, thus standing at the head of that great class of men who worship the God of this world. And when you worship in the God of this world, that is a curse. Now notice it says Cain and his descendants did not respect the day upon which God has chosen, for they chose their own time and everything for labor. You see what I'm saying? And this is what our people is doing today. A lot of our people don't want this raw footage like this. You know what I'm saying? So, I do talk about black history, bro. I mean, not black history, but I talk about the slave trade and things of that nature. You know what I mean? So, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get, chose another way that I can approach this thing, still be firm and still tell the truth and everything. You see what I'm saying? Let's see here. Where's that video I did? I think I put it on this account here. I did it. Let me see how many hours ago I did it. From yesterday. Okay, I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna share this video. I think I might have already did it though. Share this video over. It's 17 minutes and 52 seconds. It's called Money Cannot Buy Happiness. That's the video I did last night. Money Cannot Buy Happiness. If you get an opportunity, go and check that video out. It is lit. I feel like it's lit, even though it's boring lit. I'll say it like that. My channel is Clarence Ray. It's called Clarence Ray. Yeah. And it's, yeah, that's the name of it. But it's my, hold on, wait a minute. Let me give y'all my Gmail. Hebrew, HEBREW77@gmail.com. That's my Gmail. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get off in here and I'm gonna go to Facebook and I'm gonna get it over there, instead of me looking like, I don't want it to look like I watched it on my own channel. But let's see here. I think this might be it right here, because I think I know I posted it. I think this should be it. 17 minutes and 52 seconds. Is this it? Yeah, that's it. I said 52, but it's got 51 here. So it's 17 minutes and 51 seconds. Hold on, let's look at this. Like that, the young brother say, what's Gucci? I have to look up that word and see what that word means. But anyway, gossip, backbiters. Anytime you're doing something positive with yourself, something positive. Okay, I tell you what I'll do. The positive energy for people who have negative energy. If you're a positive individual, then more than likely, if you talk about helping your people and bringing a positive vibe on your platform, on your YouTube or Instagram platform, most people are not checking for that, because that would be considered, that part of life that I'm on would be boring to them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's boring. You gotta, in order for you to have clicks and to get something popping off, you got to say something stupid. You gotta say some of the stupidest shit ever. Mm-hmm. You got to get, like, for example, there are a couple of people came into my live one time and they said, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm gonna take time, and I think with this very video, I'm gonna put it in the description box and make sure y'all go and check it out. I think it was pretty boring lit. That's what I say it was. But anyway, man, back to this here. This is all about, okay, they chose their own time for labor. That's right, they did that. All right, let's look at this here. He had gone out from the presence of the Lord, cast away the promises of the restored Eden to seek his possession and employment in the earth under the curse of sin, thus standing at the head of the great class of men who worship the God of this world. Now, the key word, y'all heard the word curse, and that that which pertains to mere earthly and material possessions. His descendants became distinguished, but they were regardless of God and opposition to his purpose for man, to the crime of murder in which Cain had led the way. Lamech, the fifth in descent, and polygamy, and boastfully default. He acknowledged God only to draw from the average of Cain an assurance of his own safety. Abel had led a pastoral life, dwelling in tents or booths, and the descendants of Seth, following the same course, containing themselves strangers, pilgrims on the earth, seeking a better country that is in heavenly. Hebrews chapter 11 verses 13 to 16. Okay, for some time the two classes remained separated. The race of Cain spread from the place of their first settlement. This appeared over the plains and valleys where the children of Seth had dwelt, and later, in order to escape from their their commanded influence, withdrew to the mountains and there made their home. So long as the separation continued, they maintained the worship of God and his purity. But in the lapse of time, they ventured little by little to mingle with the inhabitation of the valleys. This association was productive of the worst results. The sons of God saw the sons of God saw the daughters of men that they were fair. The children of Seth were attracted by the beauty of the daughters of Cain's descendants. Look at that. It said the children of Seth were attracted by